What's up, everyone? It's another part of Minecraft. I'm back again. And yeah, I'm recording this when? June 16th? Yeah, June 16th. Late. It's almost June 17th. 2022. So, nothing really nothing really important happened tonight, you know? Yeah. I don't know. Oh man, yeah, I can't really hide from it, man. You know, to the guy who got the tattoo, look, man, I tweeted about it. I tweeted about the guy who got the tattoo of the, 2022 champion, on his arm. It's like, look, it's okay, man. It's okay. As long as the C's, I say it now. As long as the C's make it to the finals and win a championship, 2023 through 2029, you'll be good, man. You just put us just have your tattoo artist, just have your tattoo guy just put a slash. Have the tattoo guy put a slash, and then the correct number. That's all you do. That's all you do, man. I wish you well. Ah, come on, man. God. Yeah. Anyway, should I talk about it? Yeah, I mean, it was an eventful end to the 75th NBA season. Yeah, because if my knowledge is correct, I guess I'll check it. I guess I'll check it if it's wrong. Yeah, the Philadelphia Warriors actually won the very first NBA championship. So yeah, good on that team, man. I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I only watched the second quarter, but yeah. Which finally means I'm free, man. I'm free from this frickin' following the league, man. I'm free. I don't have to, I don't really care about Summer League or frickin' any of that stuff, I guess I'll pay attention somewhat to the draft, but, I'm free. I'm good, man. I have no obligation to follow any other frickin' thing until October, okay? I don't really care about, I say that I'm, becoming more of a sports fan, but it's like, come on. I don't really care about any of those other ones. I don't care. I don't care about that thing where you hit a puck with a stick. Come on, man. I can't even freaking see the puck, man. I don't care about freaking, soccer. Oh man, except that soccer anime. I talked about that. Was it Sayonara, my dear Kramer. Yeah, really good. Yeah, I guess I should read that. Yeah, I guess if I want it to continue, it, and it doesn't have a season 2, I should read the manga. Yeah. Anyways, so that's that. Obviously, It's fine, man. It's fine. They have a core group, man. They have a good group, I mean, I don't know. I guess, what's the autopsy? What do I chalk it up to in terms of the Celtics losing? I think, I don't know. I think part of it is, they weren't too ready for the moment, The spotlight was a little too big, but I don't know. I feel like that's really a cop-out, what really killed them was turnovers, Yeah, really just what killed them was just turnovers and, mistakes that really should be easy to clean up, but I don't know, they just never found a way to do that, games 4 through 6, so, yeah. That's where, a team with championship experience shines, that's basically it. I'm witnessing, it's the first time in my viewing history of following the league that I've witnessed, a team that's a dynasty win again. So yeah, I guess I wasn't really around for the Bulls or the Lakers or yeah. I guess this one or the Spurs, this one I'm around for, I guess. Well, this particular instance, yeah, I wasn't really there for 2016 through 19. Yeah, no, 2015 through 19. So, I guess that's wrapped up. I am free. I do not need to follow this anymore. Yeah, bring on the Big Brother season. I already started to watch the new season of 90 Day Fiancé. Oh, God. Yeah, there's yeah. One of those people on there. One of those people on that new season. Bilal, he did this thing where like he wanted to like quote like test, he wanted to test his fiance's like will or something. Like he wanted to test her like because like his thing is that he calls himself like what hood bougie, like in his own words, hood bougie or something, where it's like he has like a lot of money, but it's like he doesn't want to be too like flaunting of it, right? Like he has a good amount of money. He's not like a multi-millionaire, but like he I say his house is like a McMansion, right? Which I think is the definition is that like it's not a full mansion, but it's like it's a nice enough house where you could like kind of call it like a somewhat of a mansion, like nice multi-story house, big backyard, like really nice, inside, really big kitchen, yeah, just stuff like that, just an upper middle class house basically. So this guy's thing, this guy Bilal's freaking scheme was when he picked his wife, when it was time to pick his fiance, soon to be wife, from the airport, who was from like Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, like when he decided to pick her up, he showed up in a white van. He showed up in a white van and took her home all to his childhood home, which still had like CRT TVs, like the paint was peeling off, the roof was like very old, right? And then like the whole purpose of it, the whole purpose of that exercise, prank, scheme, gaslighting, whatever it was to test like, will she still love me even if I don't have money? And it's like my god, like why? Like what? Like I don't understand. Like what do you expect her reaction to be, right? And her reaction is like pretty appropriate. It's just like, yeah, like I'm uncomfortable. Like I didn't know that this would be the house we would be moving into, right? Yeah, but yeah, it I guess it was all solved by the third episode, because he actually took her there. He actually took her to his real house. It's still in the white van, but and then she's just like, okay, all right, this is what I expected. I really, yeah, like really like what was learned from that exercise. What was the point of that? That's kind of just extremely like just manipulative. Yeah, please. Don't do that, man. If you're, yeah, like just be like, who cares? Like who cares that like part of the reason, like in the specific thing of 90 Day Fiance, that the particular reason why someone wants to be with you is because your money, right? It's like, yeah, obviously. Like I don't know. Would you still love me if I was broke or something? It's like, I don't know. Like how about you test that along the way, I don't know. It's a thing. Yeah, maybe try to tame this dog. Is it? Oh, yeah. Come on. Wow. You're a freaking... I would do some... Okay. Nah, I'm fine. You're not going to see that. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Can you imagine if PETA sees this? Oh, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, I guess. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Oh, yeah, the third season of Love, Victor came out. Yeah, I kind of want to see that. And I still don't have a pickaxe? Are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, the third season of Love, Victor came out, the last season, so yeah, I'm excited. I want to see that. Oh man, it's really good. Yeah, yeah. Have I talked about in particular just why I love Victor so much? Yeah, love it. Yeah, I do. I like it a lot. It's I said it's one of the best recent young adult teen shows to come out recently. Yeah. Just a bunch of, I call them like Chad teens, just generally attractive, popular looking people, living their best lives as high schoolers, I don't know, just having fun. It's good. Yeah, like more shows like that, please. Yeah. There's some stuff. There's some like a bit of, yeah, obviously. Yeah. The whole the difference between, because if you didn't know, it's based on the movie Love, Simon, and just that whole thing of the books by Becky Albertalli, right? Yeah, it's like the difference is that like Victor in the beginning of the series is unsure whether his parents will accept him, like, for coming out gay, right? Because, like, his dad, you know, very, you know, Latino, like, very, like, was it machismo, you know? Yeah. And, like, yeah, I guess I'm, like, spoiling it, yeah. Yeah, that's what the first season deals with, and yeah, I guess it's fine, right? Like, how many people would be interested? The end of the first season, he actually comes out, and then the second season is like, you know, dealing with like his different parents' reaction to it. Yeah, to him coming out, and it's not really the one that you would expect. Like, you wouldn't expect like the different reactions, you know. I think it's cool the way they subvert it, you know. Yeah, it's like it's not completely one way or completely the other, you know. It's not completely supportive or completely unsupportive, I guess is what I'll say. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, I guess that's without spoiling it too much, that's just what I can say about it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to season 3. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I just need to stuff to fill up my time, man. Yeah, I just need. There's a new Foles album coming out. Yeah, well, probably in UK time. It's already out now. Yeah, there's a new Foles album coming out. There's a new yeah, Barty's Strange. His second album's coming out. I could listen to those. Yeah, yeah. I've been starting to watch Survivor. Yeah. Not sure. Nah, yeah, I'm not that in. Yeah, I guess I'm not that interested in watching Survivor, to be honest, right? But yeah, I'm really just waiting for Big Brother, right? Yeah, Survivor. Me watching the Survivor was just a way of, like, you know, because, you know, yeah, like Survivor and Big Brother are often like watched together. Like, fans of one are often fans of the other. But like, I've never just, yeah, I've heard of Survivor, you know, but I've never just, you know, been a fan of it. I've never watched it until like a couple weeks ago, like a few weeks ago to a month ago. Yeah, I watched, yeah, season 41, which was like season 42 just finished airing. So yeah, it was cool. It was decent. I liked it, you know. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of podcasts associated with it, you know. I guess that's really also a big reason why I've started watching. So yeah, but really, just give me BB24, man. Give me. I don't know. I guess like what? Yeah, I guess I'll just. Yeah, what do I want from the latest Big Brother season? To be honest. For it to not be horrible, yeah, for it to not be BB22 levels of bad. Oh boy, yeah. Oh man, oh whoa, what the hell? Yeah. Hey, did I go into a particular like why BB22 was so bad? It was just yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Did I say? Yeah. If you know, for those unaware of Big Brother 22 was supposed to be like, yeah, the second All-Stars season. You know, the first All-Stars season was season 7. Then, yeah, the second All-Stars season, it happened in 2022. So, yeah, during the pandemic, like, the preseason was supposedly, like, wild in terms of, like, speculating who was gonna be on, you know? Yeah, and it was mostly players from, like, the most recent, like, seasons. Yeah, like, you know, like, yeah, like 16, 17, 18, 19, yeah, 20, yeah. And like a couple older ones, yeah. I guess I'm not naming names. So, yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, who are some legendary players? Yeah, Janelle, you might know if you're into fandom. Kaser, they came from the same season. Memphis, who was the runner-up to Dan Giesling in season 10. Dan Giesling is like regarded as like one of, you know, the best Big Brother players to ever play. Yeah, the ranking of like who, yeah, I think the tree, yeah, Big Brother players most people say are like the best are like, yeah, Dr. Will, who's on season 2 in All Stars, and then Dan Giesling, who was in 10 and 14, and then was it Derek? Yeah, Derek, who was in, yeah, Derek Levasseur, who was in season 16, which a lot of people consider like a very extremely boring season. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I mean 16. Yeah, I said 16 was the first one I watched, but I don't know. I was really, I don't know. I was entertained by it. You know, they had like the Battle of the Block twist. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just getting into Big Brother, man. The battle of the, oh my god, have I explained the basic rules of Big Brother? Okay, it's a bunch of people in a house, 1984 reference, Brave New World, better than 1984, but still, it's a bunch of people living in a house once a week. There's, what's this thing called? The head of household. And what the head of household does is that they can nominate two people, two house guests, up for eviction. And then, after that, usually there's this thing called the power of veto, and the winner of the veto can those who are nominated by the HOH play in the veto automatically, and then like other people get selected, and then everyone compete. Yeah, those people selected plus the nominees play in the veto, and then whoever wins the veto can use it to take one of the nominees off, and then if in that scenario, because you don't have to use it, right? Yeah, you don't have to use it. You don't have to use the veto. The veto could just not be used, and then, if the veto is used, the HOH has to name a replacement nominee, and then those two nominees, once they're locked in, are the ones up for eviction, usually on a Thursday. That's when Julie Chen comes in and, everyone votes, in the diary room. Yeah, okay. Basically, that's just how it works, okay? Oh, God. That is a lot of freaking explaining, man. Oh, man. Yeah, so, the Battle of the Block twist was that there were two HOHs and then two sets of nominees. So there were 4 people nominated each week. And the Battle of the Block was a thing where, the 2 nominees from each HOH competed against each other, and the set of nominees who won were taken off the block. Yeah, so it was just like another layer, which was kind of just really just do not understand the whole intention behind it. I guess it's like, wouldn't it be cool to have 2 HOHs? But it's like, in 16 especially, it ran on way too long. Like, it ended at final 8. Like, seriously, it lasted half the game. Yeah, and the thing a lot of people talk about is that Battle of the Block, right? That twist really really was it really made it so that the majority alliances were so easily could dominate the game. Yeah, and I guess that's a thing too, like Big Brother strategy. What people don't like in a Big Brother season is that everyone goes into the house, everyone moves in, okay, and then on night 2 there's an alliance forms, right? But it's an alliance of 8, 7 or 8, is made up in a house of 16 people, and that's half the house. That's literally half the house. And you know what happens? Those 8 are we need to stick together. We need to stick together until the jury phase, and then the jury is 9 people. Usually in modern Big Brother, who decide the winner of the game. Yeah, between 2 people at the end. So yeah, okay. And the majority alliance, and in that situation, those 8 people who comprise a majority alliance are let's stick together and let's not nominate anyone of our own. Let's frickin' nominate the people not in our group, right? And if those people, that's not like a decent amount of people. That's a pretty good chance each week with the HOH that one of them could win and then instantly nominate, and they have the votes in their favor, right? Yeah, so that's a lot. It's a lot of explaining, man. Oh my god. Yeah, so okay, in a majority alliance, when that alliance just keeps on winning power, right? Because every week, there are HOH competitions and veto competitions, right? If that same group of people keeps on winning power, right? It's pretty, it's half the house. It's 8 people versus, if they're successful one week, it's 8 versus 7. If they're successful another week, it's 8 versus 6. If they're successful another week, it's 8 versus 5, right? And it's you just keep on obviously there's always the chance that someone on the outside could, win and then take down one of the 8, but it's it's a lot of times, like we've seen it. Yeah, like this is the, I'm getting into it. This is the reason why season 22 was, so horrible, right? Is that like this exact thing happened, right? There was this alliance formed called, the committee, right? And it was formed. It was a majority alliance. There were like, about there. I think it started with like 6. Yeah, the core group is 6, right? But like a core group of 6 people, just kept on winning power week after week after week, and like the core group of people were not the people the fan base liked. Yeah, and it's like obviously like they were not the fan base people liked, and then yeah, and then they just kept on freaking targeting the people outside of that group, and the people outside of that group were all the house guests that friggin' people liked, right? Yeah. Yeah, the house guests people like being, a Devon, Bailey, Kaser, I think Kevin for a good amount of people, Janelle, it's like, if you know what these people look like, you might notice like a kind of like alarming kind of trend. Yeah, which was also a problem in 19, right? It's like in 19, the first people to leave from the house were David, Ovi, Kemi, right? Yeah, David, Ovi, and then Kemi, all 3 in a row. There's a trend. It's like, yeah, like, which was also like why 19 was considered like really freaking not that good too, right? At least like in the beginning, right? Yeah. Oh god. So yeah, I guess I've explained like how a majority alliance works and like why it can be seen as bad, because it's like if the majority alliance is comprised of like players that most of the fan base doesn't like, and they keep on winning power and then eliminating the people that that everyone likes. It's like, yeah, it's like they're not gonna be, they're not gonna be especially loved by the fan base, right? People don't like that. It's what makes, for a boring season. And like this is what happened in 16, right? But the thing in 16 is that like there's always like, the head of that alliance, where it's like, okay, this person is actually calling the shots and is on the top of the totem pole here, right? In BB16 it was Derek, right? Derek was like, the person who ran the majority alliance. And then in BB22 it was Cody. And the funny thing is that Cody was Derek's, number 1 ally in BB16, right? And then, famously, Cody decided to make it go to the end with Derek over, a girl who everyone thought was like, dude, like literally you bring her, like you instantly win, right? And it's like, yeah, but he's like, loyalty, bro. But he didn't make the same mistake in 22, which is why Cody won, right? Yeah, Cody won in season 22. It's the thing. Yeah, majority alliances. They ruin games a lot. But I guess it's like you might think that like okay, so like an alliance just dominating is always considered like bad. Like we want people to shake up the game. We want like the unexpected person to go home each week, right? It's like, yeah. Well, that's where BB23 comes in, right? BB23 was like there was this alliance called the Cookout, right? And the Cookout was 6 black people who were like, hey, let's stick together. It wasn't an alliance at first. It was just like an agreement. It was an agreement that they wouldn't target each other. And I guess like over the course of the game, like it became an alliance, right? But it's like the thing is like they couldn't just say it. They literally couldn't say, "Hey, we're no." They couldn't have frickin' house meet. They couldn't have meetings in rooms with all 6 of them and be like, "Oh, all 6 of the black people are here." It's like, yeah. They joked about it like later on, yeah. The whole thing about the Cookout is that the Cookout is probably I think like I don't know. I think most people are saying that they are the most successful alliance in Big Brother history because they actually made it to the final 6, all 6 of them. So that meant like the final 6 was comprised of like all of the 6 of the black people who were casted to be on that season. So yeah. And it was a stated thing for them that they wanted that to happen because they wanted, Big Brother 23 to have the first black winner. So yeah, good on them, man. But there was a lot of tension though. It was not an easy ride, which was like why I think that like BB23 was top tier, because it's like within the alliance there was just so much like tension and arguing and like, should we take a shot early? Like that all had to be quelled, right? Like everyone just played different roles in terms of who, like the cookout was just a family, right? And it's like there was like the annoying little brother, Kylan. There was the young but mature older sister Hannah. There was freaking the mom Tiffany. There was the older sister, I guess, who there was the idiot Big D. I'm sorry, I don't know. The common collected, straight-laced man, Xavier, it's like, like a lot of personalities. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, I guess that's just a primer on how Big Brother works and like alliances. Yeah, that's basically it. If you want to win Big Brother, basically, if you want to go far in Big Brother, like latch yourself on to one of those majority alliances. Even if you're on the bottom, right? Well, I mean, if you're on the bottom, it just means that like you're the first to go. It just means that like at final 8, you would be the first like evicted. Yeah, that's what they call it. They call it evicted because it's like a house. Get it? Oh man. Anyways. Yeah, that's just the primer on Big Brother. Yeah, so I guess I'm excited for Big Brother 24, please. Yeah, there's a thing where the Big Brother season's gonna end, and then there's gonna be space between that and the NBA season. I'm gonna be like, what am I gonna do? Oh man. Anyways, yeah, I didn't want this episode to be about this. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it just happened to be. Yeah, I guess. Oh man. Yeah, I guess you just gotta expect the unexpected. Oh man. Anyways, what else has happened? Yeah, I've been it's been a bit since like the last episode, so like I've been thinking of what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I had a bit of stuff in like the book world, that I wanted to talk about. Okay. Everyone, it's time. It's time. Yeah, what is it time for? I don't know. Well, look, man. I learned that it is socially acceptable. Yeah, god dang it. Ugh, god dang it. I hate it. I hate it when I just like break up my speech and I have to say things twice. Okay, let me try that again. So anyways, I was looking on like, book Twitter, as a, somewhat in that space, and, it's come to my attention that it is acceptable to dunk on James Patterson. It is acceptable, guys. Like, we can do it. Like James Patterson, freaking 75-year-old white man who freaking plasters his name on freaking books. Yeah. He made some comments being like, it's kind of hard for like older white men to freaking get writing gigs or like book deals in this day and age, like I kind of don't like that. It's kind of, it's just, another form of racism to me, paraphrased, right? I guess. Should I link the article? I don't think I should link the article because it's just like, it's basically what he said. It's just some form of like, he feels it's harder for like white people to, in this day and age to like, maybe he's been seeing that it's been harder for white people to get book deals or stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's harder for white people to make it in the industry. Yeah, so anyways, yeah. It is acceptable to dunk on him for that take. He became book Twitter's villain of the day. Everyone was shouting him out like, hey, screw you, James Patterson. It's like, yeah, it's like I saw tweets of like stories where it's like I work in a library and there's so much space just dedicated to this freaking mediocre man's freaking work, right? I don't know if they didn't say mediocre, but it's like, it's implying it, right? It's implying that a lot of people don't really like the fact that he's so prominent and like, I guess it's a thing that like, yeah, he had like he set up an imprint that was supposed to be for like diverse voices, right? And then he shut it down, right? And then he goes on and makes these comments, right? And it's like, James, congratulations, James Patterson, you became book Twitter's villain of the day, probably, like, I feel like, maybe not like of the day, but it's like, I don't know. I guess that's just like, what are my opinions on it? Again, because that's all that matters in these videos is my, like, how am I gonna extrapolate on it and offer my own perspective. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I would probably disagree with his comments, right? Yeah, like, I don't know. But it's like, I'm not personally offended by his comments, I think it's, I think, like, for me, like, I don't really, have a relationship with his books, like middle school, the worst years of my life. Like, I don't really have a relationship to that. It's fine. It's like, people are just dunking on him, just being like, this is like stupid, and like offering their own, like, because, obviously. I make it like obvious that like I follow like YA authors and writers on Twitter, and it's like a lot of them are just like, are people of color, and they talk about like, the struggles of like actually, having to be, a BIPOC, black indigenous person of color, in like publishing, right? And it's like the challenges of it, right? And I guess I fit into that too, as a Filipino, as an Asian, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not too offended. I'm not, offended by it, but it's like, I understand. It's like, to the people dunking on him, it's like, I support it. I don't really care, but it's like, I guess I just thought it would be cool to mention because it's related to somewhat of what I'm interested in, I guess. So, I guess it's just like what has been the larger conversation on it. Just the fact that it's like what he's saying, it's like, how in the world would it be harder for white people to get published these days, when it's like, you look at like bestseller lists, you look at like all like the most popular selling authors, right, of this, today, and it's like literally like mostly white authors. Just going down lists, like Stephen King and freaking J.K. Rowling, or Danielle Steele, was it whoever writes those freaking like Walmart paperbacks, you know what I'm talking about. Danielle Steele is one of them. Like ones with like, I didn't show the pic. I'm not talking about like the Amazon self-published ones. I'm talking about like books you'd find in grocery stores, right? Like with, like shirtless cowboys and stuff, like those like Harlequin romances. Like Harlequin romances, basically. Just like anyone who writes those. It's like most of those people who write them are white, I would assume, right? I guess. Maybe I could be wrong. Just those people, just like, just mostly white authors, right? And it's like, like how, it's like, how, like, I don't know, I guess like, I don't know. Maybe in the article he goes into specific anecdotes, but it's like, it's obvious. Like if you were to ask me, like would it be harder to, be white and be published, or be a person of color and get published, right? It's like, being a person of color, obviously. It's just a very obvious thing, right? It's like, what, I don't know. And it's the whole thing is like discussions of privilege. It's like it's not saying that like, it's not saying that like white people don't have it like hard, or like, that publishing isn't hard for white people too. It's just saying that like, like it's probably easier, right? It's probably easier. The stuff I talked about before of just like publishers only feeling like they can have like one slot of like, a story by a person of color, or like one specific slot of like, a contemporary romance featuring people of color, right? Versus, we can have like multiple slots of, white main characters in a contemporary romance, right? It's like, that's the thing, right? Like obviously, right? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, I guess it's like, do I want to get into a whole discussion of privilege? It's like, no. It's like I have my opinion that, there is a certain like benefit to being white in these spaces, right? There is a certain benefit of being white, straight, male, cis, able-bodied. It's like, yeah, like obviously all those categories, right? It's like there's obviously a benefit if you're if you're in like that majority in all those categories. It's like, yes, yeah, it's probably freaking easier, right? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like the whole thing of like, what is there to argue? Yeah, I guess it's like, like there would be like white authors who would bring up specific stories. It's like, it was hard for me though. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, when did James Patterson like write his get his first book deal, and like how hard was it for him, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like that's the thing. Anyways, yeah, I guess it's like, have I explained it thoroughly enough? Have I like explained my thoughts? It's like, yes, I think it's harder for people of color to succeed in publishing, and it's like, yes, I think his comments are like kind of dumb and stupid, and like I think it's fair to dunk on him a lot. I think it's really funny everyone trying to dunk on him and like call him stupid. It's like, yes. It's like he doesn't check Twitter. It's like, it's fine, right? It's like, like this is just the case. Yeah, like it's fine, guys. It's fine. Oh man. Yeah. I guess is it bad that I'm supporting dunking, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, it's when someone makes a stupid comment, right? Yeah, like I feel like, to me and to a lot of people on Twitter, it's like I agree with the sentiment. Like, his comments were stupid. It's like, yeah. I guess it's like, me personally, like, how am I feeling about like I don't know, the challenges I'll face. I don't know. I guess it's like, I don't really think about that because I'm just, concerned with like, drafting right now. But yeah, I guess it's like, yeah, I've heard that like own voices is not much of a thing anymore. So I guess like when I query, it's not gonna be like something I use, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess like that's like an important thing I learned, right? Oh man, yeah, but it's like it's the whole thing of like, I guess that movement, well, that like hashtag was just a Kickstarter in terms of like, hey, like we would really like more diverse stories in publishing in general, right? Like especially in YA and especially in yeah, middle grade too, right? Yeah, we would like more diverse stories. It's like, I would assume, yeah, like because that's the thing. It's like it's not a, yeah. I guess maybe, yeah, the thing is that like it's not a trend, right? Like, diverse stories isn't like a trend. It's always gonna be a thing, right? Like, I would assume like over time, like it's, stories have gotten more diverse, right? Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, there have been more stories by people of so many different backgrounds, right? Yeah, obviously. you know yeah, and I guess, yeah, like there's yeah, the bigger problem associated with that James Patterson thing is that like his books, right? Like all of the books that he plasters his name on, like I would assume he writes like, you know, I assume he wrote his first book, I don't know. I don't know if he wrote middle school, the worst years of my life, but it's like, yeah, like yeah, I guess it's like I've been hearing that like, there, like the books with his name on them, like there are ghostwriters for and stuff. Like it's written by other people. It's not like, obviously it's not all by him, right? But the bigger problem is that like in libraries and like bookstores, yeah, for like probably like libraries, right? There's just so much space just dedicated to his books, right? Where it's like it could be like used on like authors of color, right? It's like yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like a lot of times it's like yeah, you walk in libraries, right? And it's like they have like a tiny little, just small section being like that, maybe be like, oh, pride books, right? Like books with LGBT characters, or like books with all these like people of color, right? Or something, right? It's like celebrate diversity, right? It's like Asian American Heritage Month. Like here's a few books of that. Like imagine if James Patterson just didn't take up so much space, right? It would just be like, I don't know, like, you know, imagine if he didn't take up as much space with his books, right? That, like, you know, take up a bunch of, like, yeah, the school library's budget, right? Because they have, like, a budget for, like, all the books they put on there, right? Yeah, you know, it probably would be better, right? Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, it's, you know, it is, in a way, taking away from, you know, like, diverse authors, like, authors, you know, of color that, like, you know, are, like, fighting for shelf space, right? You know, like, why should, you know, authors of color just have to be limited to, like, a section, you know? I don't know. Yeah, like, why not just, yeah, like, you know, I guess it's been, like, yeah, I guess. I mean, obviously, right, it'd be better, right? Yeah, it'd be, you know, obviously, you know, like, the bigger, like, you know, I'm just thinking about, like, shelf space in general, right? It would, yeah, like, there probably are, like, bookstores or, like, libraries with, like, an entire, like, you know, like, shelves, like, an entire shelving unit where it's, like, only just, like, people of color, right? Yeah, which is cool, right? Yeah, I guess, you know, that's the whole thing, right? It's like, well, you know, yeah, the shelf space, it's important, you know? I feel it's important, yeah, like, I agree with that, you know, a sentiment, you know? So I guess, yeah, those are my opinions on it. Yeah, and also there was another story that, like, came across me recently that I was trying to, like, uncover, because it's like, I'm just so, like, nosy and I just want to know names, you know? I was like, you know, there's drama about an interview someone gave, you know, and then everyone was just, like, tweeting about it, you know? And I was just like, I want, like, give me the name. Give me the name. If you're gonna talk about, like, this person's comments, like, give me the name, you know? Like, James Patterson. I guess it's like this situation is a lot different. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, before you might think that I'm equivocating these two situations, like, this is totally different, right? Like this shouldn't be a situation where people, like, hound someone, you know? Like, it's somewhat of, yeah, like, the comment was just somewhat, you know, kind of confusing, right? You know, it went into, like, you know, it branched off the original tweet that had the snippet of the interview with the questionable things said, right? That implied, you know, things, like, you know, spun off into, like, you know, should authors, you know, authors aren't media trained, like, debut authors, like, often don't really know how to talk about their own books, you know, the value of, like, originality, right? You know, like no story is ever original, right? It's like, it's all about, like, the authors, yeah, it's all about the fresh perspective, like, a certain person puts into it, you know, which I pretty much agree with. Yeah, I guess it's like, I'm not helping by being vague about it, you know? It's just, you know, I just don't want to comment too much about it because it's just not in my scene, you know? It's just not, you know? I guess, like, the James Patterson thing is somewhat related, you know, and, like, I kind of would have an opinion on it as a person of color, but it's like, you know, this one, like, this specific one, like, has to do with, like, retelling. But yeah, like, okay, the question, should you write a retelling? How bad is it if you write a retelling of a story and you haven't, like, read the source material, right? Like, how bad is it? Like, is it, like, an important thing to have, like, read the source material? And, like, this also goes into, like, you know, yeah, it's a white author who's you know, in that interview, right? And it's like, people are talking about, like, you know, people of color have to be, like, really careful with, like, you know, the retellings they do. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, I guess it's like I'm getting too deep into it even now. It's like, you know, it's not my thing, you know? I don't necessarily have any thoughts on it. I just wanted to mention it, you know? I just wanted to mention that, like, I'm aware of it, okay? I guess that's really it. So, you know, yeah. I guess. Oh man, just been talking over and over again. Yeah, so I guess that's basically just, like, the topics, you know? Yeah, I don't have anything too overarching, but, you know, yeah, hopefully. I guess I should get to other games. Yeah, I really want to get to, like, Life is Strange. I really should. All of them. Every Life is Strange. I want to be playing other games too, man. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I guess I was like, yeah, I guess I'll talk about that too. Like I've been, I don't know. Recently, yeah, I guess like a personal update of mine that doesn't have to do with like anything. Yeah, that has to do with this channel. Yeah. Uh Part 34. Yeah, was it Lost in the Sauce, the one where I talked about the Swedish family and like my freaking like picky eater thing, part 1, right? It's like, yeah, that actually got over 40 views. Yeah, I just checked it lately and it has over 40 views. It just exploded like relatively to me in views, which is like, yeah, and it's like, oh, I didn't even know that like people other than me watched my videos. Yeah, it's like this is like confirmation that like, oh yeah, there actually are people other than me watching my own videos. It's like, wow. I mean, the fact that like I didn't clone myself like 30 something times. Like I might have watched that episode back like twice, like, you know, like twice at most. Yeah, I didn't touch it afterwards. Yeah, I kept on refreshing my channel for like days, and then it's like, yeah, like it kept on adding more views. I think it's still like going up in views. And the part before that, yeah, where I talked about like adult fiction, yeah, it has like 12 views now. So yeah. Yeah, and like, you know, I guess it's like somewhat of a significant thing. Yeah, I guess like, and I actually gained subscribers. I actually gained like 3 subscribers, so I have like 4 subs now. So I guess this is, you know, my the YouTube video I've always wanted to make. This is my update video. It's like, thanks guys, thanks for the subs. You know, I promise I won't change and won't get a sponsorship. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a thing to mention. Anyways, yeah, and I guess it's like I've been watching SSOHPKC. You know, if you know him. Oh man, I've been watching his old like Mario videos. Yeah, I'll watch like his Mario video where he talked about like high school. I watched his Mario video where he talked about like, yeah, like selling out, you know, in like YouTube stuff, right? Oh, you know. Yeah, and like there's a bunch of his old Mario videos where he talked about like working at Target and stuff. Yeah. I guess, you know, yeah, like if you didn't know, like SSOH like was like one of the first, like probably like the first like gaming YouTuber I ever watched. Yeah, yeah, like he's someone near and dear to my heart, like a channel very, very near and dear to my heart. Like his playthrough of Fallout 3, right? Like I watched and like became a fan of his true, you know, yeah, basically, which is like, yeah, 13 years ago at this point, man. That's insane, man. Oh god. So yeah, I guess I've just been watching his videos and I'm kind of like, damn, I've been kind of doing the same thing as him, but except for, you know, Mario hacks. I've been doing it through Minecraft, you know, just talking about like whatever, right? Like using, you know, this game as like a base for like just talking about like whatever stuff that happens in my life. So yeah, and my voice is just like almost dead, but you know, I guess this video is ending anyway. So yeah, I guess I've just been like, man, dude, it's just cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just, yeah, me again being like, I miss how YouTube was back then. You know, I know YouTube changes, but it's like, I guess it's like I kind of would like to see this type of these type of videos come back where, you know, people just commentate over, you know, anything, right? Yeah. It's not that like I want Let's Plays to come back. I don't know. I guess it's just like, you know, I've been finding parallels in what he's doing and what I'm doing. You know, it's kind of like Jason Tatum texting Kobe Bryant before Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals and being like, no, Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals and being like, I got you. and then Kobe from the heavens above, you know, rest in peace, Kobe. He was like, dude, you have an Android? Yeah, like, dude, Jason, man, like you don't have an iPhone? It's like, you know, I don't know. I really do wonder what the split is between like iPhone and Android in NBA players. Yeah, probably like all. Yeah, I don't know. I think the foreign players would have Android. Yeah, yeah. My thinking is American players have iPhone and foreign players have Android. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like I feel like Luka kind of seems to me like he's an iPhone guy, though. Embiid is Android. I feel like, yeah. Which NBA players are iPhone and Android? Yeah, like, I mean, Steph, iPhone, LeBron, iPhone, Anthony Davis, iPhone. It's like, yeah, but it's like, who would be some, like, ones that would be like, okay, you use an Android. I don't know, maybe the rest of the Celtics, maybe Jaylen Brown, maybe that's why they lost. Maybe it was the battle of iPhone and Android. God dang it. Well, snap. Anyways, I said the episode would be ending soon. Yeah, I just said that, like, yeah, like, they're parallel. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to embody SSOH, like, I'm a different person. I have a different personality, but it's like, I can't nearly be as sarcastic as casually as him, but, I don't know. I guess it's, a thing, right? Like, I guess it would be nice if this channel maybe grows a little bit, but, I'm still gonna do it anyway, like, regardless of whether it grows or not. Like, I really could care less, It's nice to see a bit more views on a video, but it's like, I don't really, care that much. Yeah, like, really, like, my priority isn't this, like, it's, writing fiction, but, anyways, it's pretty cool to see. Yeah, I guess that's basically just like everything I've wanted to say. Yeah, have I said everything? Yeah, yeah, I got that personal thing out of the way. Yeah, I've been talking about, like, his videos. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, and also, like, in terms of, like, not being able to embody him, it's like, I cannot upload that fast. I cannot upload that much, guys. I can't. I literally cannot, man. My voice, how does he just keep his voice like that? I don't know. How did he keep his voice, like, I don't know, alive, Yeah, I just, anyways. Yeah, so I guess that's basically it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll come up with stuff to talk about next episode, but for now, yeah, peace out. Yeah, peace out. Like, what peace out? I need a better outro. I need a better outro. Oh god. Oh man. Anyways. Yeah. God, dude, I'm the guest that won't leave. I'm like Kyland in the final four of Big Brother 23. Oh man, any particular reason? The game. It's like, oh, but your nephew, yeah, whose name is Kobe, right? It's like Kobe, it's like you talked about him, and it's like you're bringing up my nephew right now. And like Xavier was so confused. Oh man. And then Xavier just was like, I suggest you stop talking about my nephew. And then Kylan was just like, yeah, well, that's not really up to me, it's like, and it's and then Xavier, the last thing he said when like, yeah, because Big D evicted him, and then Xavier was just like, yeah, keep talking about my nephew. Just keep on talking about him, huh? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. That was one of the most embarrassing, but like also the best moments. It's the kind of cringe where it's like you love to watch it. For me, that's the kind of cringe I love to watch. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh man. Anyways, I have been evicted from this Let's Play. Please, I will leave right now.